Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jaén, Spain. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup European Qualifiers. It's game day 2, Group G, and it's the battle between Spain and Georgia. There it is, the Naismith Trophy that goes to the winner of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And of course, Spain lifted that trophy last time in 2019, and they'll be hoping to do so again. It's on display here. Well, Ukraine at 1-1, Spain, Republic of North Macedonia, and Georgia. Those are the records and the standings, but obviously with Spain and Georgia both coming into this game at 1-1, the winner of this game will move into first place. Spain won their most recent game in the World Cup qualifiers, beating North Macedonia by 29 points, 94-65, and that was their biggest point differential in the competition. And Georgia won their opening game 88-83 over Ukraine, and they had trailed at halftime in that game, but they came back to win it. So Georgia on a mission to come to Spain and to shock the world, so to speak, under coach Ilias Zoros. Spaniards and Georgians having played against each other in club basketball, or even played alongside, including that man right there, Coco Shengelia, for the longest time played in Spain with Baskonia. Of course, he was also at Valencia Basket at one point, and he unfortunately will not play tonight because he's injured. Picked up a little injury the other night and is going to stay out as a precaution. So that is, of course, a huge absence. Georgia's best-known player these days is not going to be able to go, but we know what Georgia are like. They are going to come out and battle this Spain team, which you have to remember when you look at Spain and you remember that they won the World Cup. It was a team that relied on a lot of people to get to the top of the podium, and by that I mean a lot of people had to put in a lot of hard work just to get to the FIBA Basketball World Cup that was staged in China. So with that in mind, you look back at it, and it certainly was a huge accomplishment for Spain to do so. They won 10 of their 12 games in the European qualifiers. That was last time on the way, and you know, some of those players did make the World Cup roster. Javier Bayron, Javi Rabaseda, and of course Kino Colom and Juancho Hernan Gomez. So anyway, we're going to talk more about that, but right now we'll be quiet as we listen to the national anthems for both teams.
Con todos nosotros el himno nacional de España.
Well, they are very excited and hyped to be hosting this game. And there you see two coaches that know each other well. And the Naismith Trophy, of course, which is on display here. It's fantastic that Spain can, the fans, the players, the coaches of both teams, in fact, can get a look at that because that's what they're playing for. Referees, Boris Krejci from Slovenia, Paulo Marquez from Portugal, and John Matsu from Turkey. So we're going to look at the starting five for Georgia: Luka Maziashvili, Beka Bertanidze, Georgi Shermadini, Alexandra Pravadze, and Thaddeus McFadden, who came an assist shy of a double-double the other night. He had 27 points. Kozolotsi, Krasantia, Berishvili, Pakratsi, and Jin Chahadze coming off the bench. And there he is, Zoros. Used to coach Greece, but of course he's been at the helm of this Georgia team now for several years. And for Spain tonight, Jaime Fernandez, Kino Colon, Danny Diaz, Fangada, and Joel Parra, and Oriol Pauli, Pradilla, Gabi Lopez Aristegue, among those coming off the bench for coach Sergio Scariolo, who has been at the helm for the better part of 12 years. He did take a couple of years off, 2013, 2014, and then he came back to the helm. So it's safe to say that probably nobody knows Spanish basketball quite as well as the Italian Sergio Scariolo, who has just been excellent. And as he said, after he won his first title back in 2009, the FIBA Eurobasket in Poland, he said he wanted to say thank you to the Spanish Federation for handing him the keys to the Ferrari. In other words, he wasn't taking all the credit. He knows he's been blessed with a lot of great players during his reign, but when you consider he hasn't had a lot of those available in the qualifiers in the past, yet Spain's performances have continued to be great. Well, you have to say he knows what he's doing. Remember Marc Gasol and Ricky Rubio in the All-Star 5 of the last FIBA Basketball World Cup, and got some other good players there, but he didn't have Powell. You know, some of the old guard weren't available or retired. Navarro had already retired, but Spain have continued to win, and they're looking to get back to the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Second offense. Boston, yes, you are here, you remember. For open, you go to a good screen, Smith. You remember. This is the goal.
Estamos atacando Serie 1. Exacto. Mejor uno lado si está contigo y uno arriba si está con él. ¿Vale? Vamos. 1, 2, 3. 1.
So these teams are ready to go, and Spain hoping not to be the latest giant, so to speak, to be upset in this competition. Of course, we've seen some big results come out. Belgium winning yesterday over Serbia. We saw Turkey fall at Belarus on opening night. Greece fall at Great Britain on opening night. Czech Republic stormed into the World Cup last time, got to the quarterfinals, but they've lost twice. Italy also fell in their first game at Russia, which certainly was maybe not an upset, but it was indicative of how balanced the game is internationally. So the game ball, the Moulton coming out to center court, to midcourt, and a big thank you to the young man. So now we can get going here. Yankudasima not starting. And here we are, folks. It's Frank Guerra not winning, or rather winning the opening tip with Kino Colom. Hello, everybody. It's Spain, Georgia, and already an early foul called on Danny Diaz. Excuse me, it was on Frank Guerra. Moving screen, so Georgia have the basketball. And Kino Colom forces the over and back. So Spain trying to set the tone defensively here, putting some pressure on those Georgian players. Fernandez, slick as you like. Frank Guerra came in thinking maybe that might be an alley-oop. He was there just in case. Of course, Guerra and Shermadini, teammates at Lenovo Tenerife. And look at him run already. Danny Diaz gets the first two. That is McFadden. What kind of role will he play tonight? Will he have the big one? Well, here's Bergenazzi. He plays in Spain, and he makes the shot. Wow. What a play from the veteran who plays for Betis. Getting it down low, taking the contact, making the shot. Now he has a chance for a three-point play. I'll tell you what, this guy is capable of going off in any game. He can tear it up. He had one game just this season against Valencia when he went 6 of 7 from three-point range and led Betis to an upset of one of the top teams in Spain. So look out. I'm sure he would relish the opportunity to have a big game against this Spanish team. Kino Colom bounce pass, and Frank Guerra lays it up and in. Kino Colom's been playing at Ike. Certainly was the best player of the game the other night in their win in the Basketball Champions League. Here he is, he's got the ball again. So the reach and the foul called on Luka Maziashvili. No look variety on that pass. Look at that. I'll tell you, Guerra has improved so much the last couple of seasons. Chus Vidaretta really doing a good job coaching him up. And the foul called on Alexandre Pivazza. Looks like pretty decent defense. Everybody that knows European basketball knows the Georgians can play. This is not at all going to be easy for Spain. We do not anticipate. Kino Colom misses the first. I mean, this country has produced some greats. It's a real blow they don't have Toko Shengelia able to go tonight. Even so, they will be competitive. Shermadini hands it off. Maziashvili brings it up. McFadden gets it to Shermadini. And one of the top players in Spain, Shermadini with Tenerife, lays it up and in. That is indisputable. And nobody knows it better than Guerra, who has to guard him in practice. Colon. Guerra gets it back, whips it back out to Colon. McFadden, it's good. And as naturalized players go, he is a great fit for Georgia. And you know, nobody like the Basketball Champions League winner when he was with Burgos likes to play against Spain. Does Spain get it back to one? The pick and rolls. Here's McFadden. And the message from Zoros is, let's calm down. Look at this, to get an opening! And the dunk from Para. What's happening to that Georgia defense? Bad shot at one end. Wide open dunk at the other. McFadden. Quick pass down low. Oh, look at the interior passing. And Georgi Shamradini lays it up and in. The handoff to Colon. Passes it back. Look at him whip it out to the side. Diaz. There's a Nazi to Shamradini. Here he goes again. Old school. Can't get it to go. And look at hustling back and getting his hand on the basketball. Pivazzi, and it leads to an opportunity. And Virginazzi will go to the line. That was a dunk from Pivazzi. Says, thank you very much, Kino. So Diaz. Alberto Diaz has been impressive for Unicaja Malaga. He's been there several years. Comes into the game. And Virginazzi just the first to go. And Becca makes them both. Cornication Gailey having the watch. He'll be at the FIBA Eurobasket next year. Georgia, one of the host nations. And Fernandez just drills it and says, tagging. He is so smooth, another of the Unicaja Malaga players. So we got an Unicaja Malaga backcourt out there for Spain right now. Maziashvili over to Virginazzi. Guerra hands it off to Fernandez. Look how smooth he is. Can't stop it. I tell you, his profile, in my opinion, has gone up since he's been playing in these qualifiers. You know, going back to the last time as well for Spain. And the reach and the foul called on Jaime Pradilla. Pradilla just 20 years of age with Valencia Basket. And now an offensive foul. So McFadden picks it up, kind of pushing off. Oh, drifting in and scoring. Fernandez. And now the bounce pass gets away. Good hustle, Georgia getting on the basket, getting on the ground. They get it back. And now an unsportsmanlike foul called on DF. And Berginazzi goes to say, thank you. I'm going to the line for two. So that was Lopez Aristegui, who was beaten to the basketball while it was on the ground. So a big opportunity here for Georgia to pull even, maybe even take the lead, depending on what happens with this free throw. So he makes one of the two, and they will maintain possession. Yankuba Sima comes into the game. Guerra goes out. Yankuba had a good game the other night, but I think everybody with Spain had a good game in that route. And Yankuba Sima fouls the veteran Shermadini. Well, he was locked, had his hand in there. And just like that, we're tied. We're within 1 point. Georgia behind Spain. Diaz brings it up. Yankuba Sima plays for that very impressive Baxi Manresa team in the Basketball Champions League this season. And the foul called on Bagratze. You don't envy the Georgia guards tonight having to guard the likes of Fernandez. Here's Pradilla. He's just 20 years of age. Fernandez again gets inside a little bit too hard, but Sima gets the offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. And McFadden turns it over. Traveling was the call. Diaz into the corner. Oh, behind the back pass to Sima. I don't think Sima wins this matchup. Not against Shermadini, but he looked pretty darn good on that drive. McFadden from deep. And now the little runner, not there, but Yankuba Sima there for the putback. Bagratze, bounce pass, Shermadini into the corner. Off the front of the iron. Shermadini is going to have to play big minutes tonight. He's not going to have as much support coming off the bench tonight like he would at the FIBA Eurobasket with Batadze, who plays in the NBA, of course. Here is Batadze, long, and Georgia get it back. Three-point shot, not there for Batadze. And Batadze commits the foul. So Batadze goes out. And Lopez Aristegui bends the knees and gets it to drop. Another of the Valencia basket players like Pradilla. Lopez Aristegui now 24 years of age. Spain up by 7 here in the final minute of the first quarter. Zanazzi. Shermadini pushed out. Now he goes to work. And he was surrounded. The turnover, and Georgia get it back. Oh, picks up the dribble. Mikhail Berishvili in the game, number 17. And another turnover and another chance to run. Oh, look at Brizuela. His pass, though, intercepted. McFadden high off the glass. And reaching in, Corsantia. Georgi Corsantia picks up the foul. Zoro saying, do the same both sides. Call it equal. He's working the refs. So Diaz at the line. Makes the first. Diaz. Gene Charadze also in the game for Georgia, number 6. And Corsantia not able to pull it in. It goes out of bounds. So Spanish basketball. And Brizuela. And McFadden hit the backboard. So Spain on top. Already 1-0 and leading the battle of 1-0 teams. So here's Scariolo getting some advice from his lead assistant, Luis Gil. And Spain lead at 23-15 over Georgia at the end of 1. So Spain rolling 8 of 15 inside the arc. Georgia 6 of 7 at the line to go with their 3 of 6 inside the arc. Both teams started cold from three-point range. Well, Spain would like to play fast, 2 speeds, fast and faster. And there have been opportunities for them to get out to run. And they've also had some easy looks with some breakdowns or confusion in the Georgia defense. It helps having a player like Fernandez out there kind of running the show. Fernandez is just poetry in motion at times. He's got 7 points, so he's got a team high at this stage. And Yakuba Sima, who got that put back, has got 4 points. Want some live stats, folks? You know what to do. Just scan them in.
Estamos sin faltas ahora, estamos sin faltas. A 1-3. Estamos sin faltas, Chino, venga. Venga.
And Spain's defense causing problems. Yep, a little push on Brizuela. And Zoros could be settling in for a long night. So that was Gincharazzi. And Spain now with possession and up 8. Lopez Aristegui hits a 3. These guys seem to, they're good players, but they seem to play even better when they've got the national team shirt on. It's striking. Seem to have that fluidity, even though they're not with each other that much. They play well. Here she is, Gincharazzi, and the tip not there for Terziladze. This was penetration, not a bad idea. Terziladze plays in France. Now the turnover, and another chance for Georgia. Pakadze in the game, number 2. Pakadze, well, got a couple point guards out there. Bergenazzi fouled by Pradilla. Bergenazzi snapped his head back, kind of made the move and made the most of that. 2 fouls on Pradilla, so he has to take a seat. Diaz comes back in. Zoros does not look best pleased with the positions of his players. And now the ball stolen away. Lopez Aristegui will be his second. Not this time. Bedishvili, bounce pass, and they were ready for it. McFadden just lets it fly from long range. Spain push it up quickly. Look at this. Oh, wow. Electric fast break. 4 players get touches, including Sima at the end. And he's looking all world tonight with this unit. And people wondering, where do Spain go following their golden generation? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. There's a lot of talent. Let's listen to Coach Zoros during the timeout.
One down move. That is here. Right. Everybody's like this.
Quite a stark contrast in field goals made, isn't there?
Immediately. Back screen, okay, everybody. It's not hand off. Watch out!
You can see Togo Shingele trying to get McFadden some help out there with the referee. And everybody's celebrating for Spain when they score a basket. All for one and one for all. They had 29 players suit up in European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019. 29, imagine that. And four of that 29 ended up making the final roster. Brizuela commits the foul. 3-point shot. Oh, that's about how it's going for Georgia tonight. And Lopez Aristegui unsuccessful. Bounce pass. Oh, look at it. Zalazzi not able to sink it. And the ball just goes off the fingers of that man, Sima. Pass from Danny Pettis. Brizuela guarding the point guard. Bertinazzi. Here we go. Nope. And Sima just takes it away. Zalazzi a little bit overmatched in that one. 3-point shot. Nope. And another rebound for Berishvili. McFadden, nowhere to go. Taking on the center, he's not going to win that one. Oh, the basket, Mambo with the pass. Sweet play by Brizuela. So Zalazzi, ends up taking a tough shot and making it. Quick pass to Brizuela. He lost his man. Zalazzi again. Wow, boy. Turns it over cheaply. And there is another layup for Spain. Danny Diaz. Well, Danny Diaz has played with a lot of clubs in Spain. Well, Malaga, Real Madrid. Now he's with Burgos. You can't turn it over against Spain, and this is why. And they're just so good on the counterattack, on the break. It's in their DNA. Look at Toko Shingele, who does some coaching to the young man. There's at 24 years of age. Toko now 30, hard to believe. McFadden having to sit down, and you do fear this is going to be a long night for him and for Berginazzi. These guys, and Shermadini, these guys that play in Spain. Oh boy, another turnover cheaply by Pacazzi. No look pass, Brizuela, and Franguera lays it up and in. And at this rate, Spain are going to score a bunch of points. Look at that. We're used to seeing the Basque Mamba with his scoring, but tonight, Brizuela is doing it with his passing.
One time, you don't execute. Everybody's nervous, everybody trying to score. Guys, first of all, try to play the game. Try to play and run the game. If we're nervous, we cannot do something. We run Boston. Boston. Come on. You are here. You. And Misha here. Start from right. We go. Big ball. Open. Pass. Good screens in. First. Second. We run. Force to reverse. Hand off. You go down. Reverse. Second.
Well, this has happened quite a bit tonight, and if you look at some of the interesting stats, points off turnovers, Spain have 13 off of the 11 turnovers of Georgia. So once they get the turnover, they're running and they're scoring. They've got 12 fast break points, 13 points off the turnovers, and 26 points in the paint. So they are getting great looks, easy baskets, and also depth with Spain. Never a problem. 14 points off the bench. Just 2 for Georgia. Berginazzi gets down low and puts it up. Franguera rebounds it. Chance of España as they turn it on. I'm surprised they're doing it so easily, to be honest. Shermanini just goes to work, scores over his Tenerife teammate. Three-point shot. And now a chance as Jean Charadze gets the rebound. Need somebody to hit a jump shot. Nice little runner in the lane, doesn't drop. Shermadini is there for the follow. So 3-point play here, opportunity for Shermadini. Alley-oop. And everybody's scoring. Oriol Pauli right off the bench and scoring with the alley-oop. Bertinazzi. And Shermadini challenging Guerra. Guerra brings it down. Another chance for Spain. And you can see, again, the razzle-dazzle, but this time they turn it over. Well, Montenegro got their first win today over Portugal, who dropped to 0-2. As you look at the replay of Guerra, that was his alley-oop pass. Russia improved to 2-0 with a win over Iceland. Ukraine got their first win in this group, beating North Macedonia. Bosnia and Herzegovina improved to 2-0. They're going to be tough to beat. Bosnia and Herzegovina, certainly in Sarajevo. And the turnaround not there for Bertinazzi. France also improved to 2-0 with a win over Hungary. Latvia beat Slovakia. Lithuania won a really close game against the Czech Republic. Score was 8 points in the end, but it was close to the final minute. So a lot of action, and again, having these games in the 6 windows. You can see it's well received by this crowd. They love watching their team play. Put on the national team shirt. So Guerra kicks it. There's Shingeli. I think they'd like to be watching him play as well. And it's really interesting with Spain, you know, because both Gasols have now retired internationally. Sergio Rodriguez has retired. All of them after the Olympics this summer, they made the announcement. So they are definitely, you know, into a new phase. Here is the missed jump shot. Fernandez again. And now the hold on Gincherazzi. So when you consider the retirements, you know that Rudy Fernandez is, you know, mid-30s, late 30s. You've got, you know, Felipe Reyes has long since retired. Jose Calderon. Here's a nice little dish. When you think about all that, and Spain have had the luxury of being able to play so many players in the European qualifiers for the last FIBA Basketball World Cup, those guys had great experience. And a technical foul now has been called on Elias Zouras. So he's upset, not thinking that the referees are calling the fouls. He's got to stick up for his players. He says, shame on you. Oh, well. So Tino Colon makes the free throw. So the point is that even though you didn't have some of those guys like the Gasols playing in the qualifiers last time, and the Sergio Yules, you know, and the Ricky Rubios, you had other players getting valuable experience, and now they're going to be ready. McFadden comes out, or at least they're going to be more ready than they would have been otherwise. Tino Colon, beautiful bounce pass. Wow, Oriol Pauli with the reverse layup. The Spain team just looking like a well-oiled machine. McFadden fouled while attempting the three by Oriol Pauli. So 3 free throws coming for number 25 from Flint, Michigan. He's played for Tenerife in Spain. He's played for Burgos, had some big success there, went to the Basketball Champions League, and now he's in Murcia in Spain. Of course, Greek fans would know him because he played for PAOK. Georgia fans know him because he plays for their national team. So he is a well-known figure. I wonder if he was thinking about spending so much time in Europe back in the days when he was growing up. He's had quite an adventure, hasn't he? That is McFadden. Like so many players from America that come over. Here is the long shot. And McFadden again. So the final 30 seconds, a chance. Alley-oop pass, and he gets it to drop. His former teammate, briefly, at Tenerife, Shermadini. I wouldn't say Shermadini has a lot of elevation, but he has a lot of length and height, and he has just enough to where he can do that. He's one of the favorites in Spain, never mind Georgia. Everybody likes Giorgi Shermadini. Spain timeout.
Arrancamos a 8 segundos. La aguantas. Tino. Dani. Fran y Jaime. Vas como para ir lentamente a un mano a mano. Vale, pintas un poco, vas aquí. Tino, vas detrás. Ataca. Pone un hammer y continúa. Dani, elige si abrirte o entrar.
Tienen faltas para dar, ¿eh? Tienen faltas para dar. Van a dar faltas, si no la
Pues
ponemos
mira, no. Vamos a hacerlo ya, que harán una falta. Y luego si eso lo repetimos. ¿Vale? Ya.
Directa.
Directa porque tienen 2 faltas.
Here they are, final 16 seconds. They're going to take it down to 8 seconds or so. No, they're going to get the points, and they're going to get free throws. They didn't want to wait around. Shot is good, the free throw. And the second is good as well. Eight seconds, Shermadini to Berginazzi. He turns, puts it up and gets it to go. And that's why you felt like Spain went too early before. Now he's saying, call the foul. I want a three-point play. We're at halftime. Spain on top, 47-31 over Georgia. So Spain just in rampant form, not so much from deep, but inside the arc. You know, the big stats are the steals, 7, You know, the rebounds, 8 more. They're rebounding and running. They're sharing the basketball. And they're spreading out the points as well. Jaime Fernandez with 9 points. And Diaz with 8. Yankuba Sima with 6. Should also say Frank Guerra has 6 points. So Spain like to run. I mean, they want to run whenever they can. I mean, most players want to run. Certainly in Spanish basketball, they want to play fast. They want to put pressure on the defense. And it really, I can't emphasize enough, it's an extraordinary opportunity for these players of Spain to get together during the window and play and get to work with Sergio Scariolo. And on top of that, they're thrilling the fans. They are making the most of it. What an honor. And these guys will be competing for spots, you know, for next year's team that plays at the FIBA Eurobasket. And they'll also be competing for spots, obviously, all along the way in the next window. That'll be in Feb, and then in June. And of course, like I said before, if Spain can qualify, which I think a lot of people expect them to, they'll be competing for places in the World Cup squad to play for the defending champs. You know, that's a couple of years from now, so Spain will, they will have a lot of options. That's Diaz on the break, scoring many of his points. And it's fantastic that the likes of Guerra is getting to come out here and play. I mean, this guy was anonymous overall before the last couple of years, and playing in the Basketball Champions League with Tenerife and in the Liga Endesa, or the Spanish ACB, ACB, he has really grown in prestige. Spain playing the beautiful game tonight, there's no doubt. But their lead is only 16. They were up by 21 points. So Georgia able to stabilize things a little bit. McFadden making some plays, getting that one to Shermadini. And they'll be hoping for more from both of those players. So at halftime, 47-31, Spain on top of Georgia.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Out, Di Bartolomeo, Bill sidestep, 3. He's fouled, he hits the 3. What a shot from Di Bartolomeo. How important could that be? Nails the jumper, and will head to the line for the bonus. Poland living a little dangerously, and here they are. It's Hollis just picks the pocket clean and goes up for the two-handed dunk.
Just outside the three-point line eventually. Hands down away and gets to the inside. There to touch the play, but it's wiped away. Well, he's been everywhere so far.
Comes off, it's like the ball screen. Clark lifts, nice pass. Oh, down the runway for 2. Gabe Olaseni throws it down.
Loose pass from him. And now, in transition. Oh, the rejection! Timed beautifully.
It's in the lane. Gets rejected under the basket. 2 rejections and another one. 3. Can they make it? Oh my Lord. Well, right now, the Greek said 4 times, Spiti Mu, this is our house. You are not welcome.
Oh, what a pass. Teodosic finds a wide open Dusan Rustic. Another couple of baskets here, and this one could get interesting. Bacco rolling down the middle, back-to-back dunks for Ismail Bacco. Bacco splits between 2 Serbian defenders.
No options, so they're going to resettle and recycle. Tunja. Oh, what a pass. Larkin gets the easy 2, but the ability to pass the ball and move off it.
The German league, here he is putting it up from 3-point range, a little bit long. They got to hurl it, and they put it up. Oh, it goes in! What a play! Maybe, just maybe, that'll be the spark for Poland in the 4th quarter. Garbacz. Who would not like to do that? They all practice it. You better believe they practice it. And Garbacz knows it. He knows it's in.
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
Well, Giorgi Shermadini is a player that everybody knows in Spain, and not surprisingly, he has come out tonight and poured in some points. Not enough for Georgia fans' liking, but nevertheless, Shermadini has 13 points, and that leads all scorers in the game. So look for Georgia to try more of that in the second half. Smooth as silk, Jaime Fernandez has been at it again tonight, playing in the windows and just getting it done. Reputation. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds and 3 assists and 2 rebounds on opening night in the win over Northern Macedonia in 18 minutes. And tonight he's also putting on a good show for Spain, all in the context of team. Well, it sure seemed like at one point that Georgia was just not going to have any answers for Spain, and I think it's going to be a big ask for them. But remember, they were down 21 points. They do have a player in McFadden, as well as the great Shermadini. McFadden, who can hit some crazy shots, and he can go off. But the thing about Spain is they fully understand that Georgia will be going to him. So the Naismith Trophy, how about that? Making an appearance tonight in Jaén. That was the trophy that Rudy Fernandez, Marc Gasol, Victor Claver, Sergio Llull, Willy Hernan Gomez, all those guys that played for Spain got to lift last year, or excuse me, in 2019 in China when they beat Argentina in the final. Spain went there and just took it one game at a time. They didn't set out the goal. Well, obviously, everybody sets out the goal to win the title, but they really paid attention to one game at a time, didn't really know how good they could be, and they grew in the tournament, and they won the title. And, of course, every single one of these players watched them, cheered for them, and dreamed that one day they would be able to go out and do it as well. And you know, a lot of these guys are going to have a chance to play for Spain throughout the rest of these qualifiers and next year's FIBA Eurobasket. And of course, if Spain qualified for the FIBA Basketball World Cup, which they have a really good chance of doing, then they would contend for a spot in that team as well. And remember, the FIBA Basketball World Cup for the first time is going to be held in Indonesia, Japan, and the Philippines. When I say the first time, it's going to be multi-hosted in 3 countries. So there it is. Again, the Naismith Trophy. It's incredibly beautiful. Look at that. The basket up at the top. All the names of the past winners is on there, and it is gold. That's right, gold. So make sure nobody makes off with that tonight. Keep an eye on it. There's Coach Shingalia getting his players together. I say, Coach. They all look up to him. You know, he's played in the NBA, played at the highest level here in Spain and Europe, continues to do so, and is a dazzling performer. Everybody likes Toko Shingalia as well. They look up to him. And I guess Shermadini could probably impart some wisdom as well like that if he wanted to, but he's letting Toko have his say. Shermadini's got enough to worry about. Resting up, saving his voice for when the game starts. But boy, Pereira looks like a good player, doesn't he? Getting to play with Valencia Basket. And you look at the clubs that these Spanish players are with, and you know, big thumbs up to them. Basket Club Andorra, where Oriol Pauli plays. Also, David Jelinek, who plays for the Czech Republic, got hurt tonight. He plays for Andorra. With Valencia, they've got Pradilla, Javi Lopez Aristegue, who's looked really good tonight. With Unicaja Malaga, Jaime Fernandez, Brizuela, and Alberto Diaz. With Burgos, it's Danny Diaz. Manresa is Danny Perez and Jan Kubasima.
Un poco 51 con pase, pinta, muy a contacto, corte, venir esta opción o al otro lado, 4 bloques para 2, venimos, vale, 51 cambiando.
Also Badalona, over to Badalona, you got Joel Parra, Frank Guerra of Lenovo Tenerife. Of course, Kino Colon comes from Greece, from Ike.
Down screen, dead here. Sherman wants to play this block. Down screen, he's running Caja. Caja is going the other side. Pass. Now, split this. Now, Caja sprint. Yes, now Caja sprint. Stagger for that.
So you've got Shermadini also from Tenerife here tonight, and Reginazzi from Betis in Spain, Ecatzi from Herbalife Gran Canaria, and from Murcia, Thaddeus McFadden. Second half action underway here in Jaén, España. Spain leading it by 16 points. Georgia trying to cut into that deficit, starting with possession here. The double team comes, and good job by Shermadini waiting for his teammate to cut. Somebody had to be open. Will Parra commits the foul, so it's down to 15 points now. So Jean Chiradze makes both. To a 14-point game. And nice steal. McFadden with the hands up. Remember what Coach Zoros was saying in the first half? He was like, you guys are playing nervous. Go out and play. Don't be afraid, basically, is what he was saying. They were rushing. Nice passing. Here's Spain. They want to run. They want to push it quickly. Kino Colon picks up the dribble. Franguera kind of loses it. Got into a rush. And Shermadini looks like he's taking a shot. He has to go out. So he's going to get some attention real quick. Well, he's one of Georgia's all-time greats. There is no doubt about that. "32 years of age now. Berginazzi has it. Takes his time. Could not fashion enough space to get it up off the glass and in. Colon to the corner. They swing it to the top to Fernandez. Now the three-pointer from Parra. Goes out of bounds and back to Georgia. Here he is. He's coming back. Berginazzi goes back out. Berginazzi, time to take a three. And Shermadini able to knock it out to McFadden. Now, what a bounce pass by McFadden. Tough shot. Shermadini stays with it, and he earns a trip to the line. What if he's knocked his tooth loose somehow with a collision? He keeps going to it. Obviously, he got something there. Toko Shingele is saying, come on, just make it. Get the three-point play. "14 points now for Shermadini. Make it 15. Kino Colon and Berginazzi called for the foul before the shot. Colon goes left, gets back to the middle. He's looking to make the pass to the corner, and the shot from Fernandez not there. Bodies all over the place. McFadden throws it up, and not able to control it enough was Jean Chiradze. Good try. But the basketball goes back to Spain, but Georgia's done a good job cutting the deficit back to 12. Remember, it was at 21 points at one stage. Here's the drive and pass it back outside. Guerra takes the handoff. There he is, Jaime, finally here in the second half. 3 minutes in and they get their first basket. Goes back to a 14-point lead. Chincharadze catches it. Now he gets into the paint. And Parra goes in and is fouled by Tertsanadze. Excuse me, Tertsanadze. Oh, Parra was going to take it strong. Regardless. Parra off target. You know, Georgia played in arguably the most exciting game in the European qualifiers for 2019. One that people still talk about there and in Greece. It doesn't bring back a happy memory for the Georgians, but it was certainly exciting. Here they are, bring it, looking again, hoping to cut into the deficit. Oh, they find Shermadini. What a play by McFadden. Is Parra getting it together. Fernandez, good. I tell you, you got a name like Fernandez and you play basketball, there's a good chance that you're good. McFadden pulls up on the break. And with that expression, you get the feeling that Zuros wasn't enamored with, oh, the alley-oop pass. Thrown down by Fran Guerra. Zuros wants to see more execution. Look at that, perfect from the floor, Guerra. Now the double comes. Somebody's got to be open. They got to swing it. And Kino Colom. There he goes again, and this time he shoots it over the rim. And the foul has been called. Chincharadze. Boy, Colom is just a magician with this national team, the way he attacks. So talking about that game that these guys played, as Yankuba Simba comes back into the game. You go back to September 16th, 2018. Georgia still had life in the qualifiers, and they hosted Greece in Tbilisi. And it was game day 8, and they took the lead late. And the most remarkable finish on a fast break saw Kostas Papanikolaou tie it up. Anyway, Greece won that game 86-85. So it is not pleased with the execution as the lead goes back to 19. Colon gets some care to the arm. That's a scratch. Fernandez. So held by Maziashvili. Fernandez, nice dribble behind his back to get some space. McFadden being hounded. McFadden has to absorb a lot of the pressure out there. McFadden's 34 years of age now. Lopez Aristegui coming back in. Look at that. I mean, that was just such a sweet move. I mean, I guess you'd say he broke his ankles doing that. Oh boy, Varashvili missing an easy one. Yes. Fadden again. Remember, he got Player of the Week once when he played for PAOK. McFadden, he was just incredible playing in Greece. I was in the Basketball Champions League. And here he is trying to get a win with Georgia. Oh, not on the same page. Behind the back pass. Brizuela. Basque Mamba strikes again. And just like that, Spain have their biggest lead of the game. That pass is okay as long as he completes it. If it goes out of bounds, that's when Scariolis pulls him out and sits him down. With nice pass and nice shot. Spain back in charge. Let's go down to the bench.
We don't split the post. We don't split the post. We don't split the post. We play. 5, 10. Good screen and go. And now we have 4 men. Now Misha here. They go for trap, spread it, pass, ready to shoot the ball. No split, everybody. Ready, they go for trap quickly, pass, and we play. And she plays.
Well, in some respects, the pressure is off Georgia in this window because they got the home win over Ukraine. And I think they, no matter what anybody says, they would start as significant underdogs in this game. But, you have some quality on this roster, and you think that they might have a chance at springing an upset, but hasn't really looked likely tonight, has it? Here is the reach and the foul with Brizuela. In the win over Ukraine, McFadden had 27 points and 9 assists, but he just has not had enough space, time on the ball, really to do the, to be able to pull it off tonight. And he also had Shingalia out there playing with him to help him. So the free throws get it back to a 20-point game, less than 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Drive and, oh, another tip in by Yankuba Sima. Betishvili comes off the three-point line. Shermadini fouled by the Basque Mamba Brizuela. Well, anytime you reach in like that, you're in danger of getting the foul call. That's the reality. Shermadini goes to the line and makes the first. And Shermadini makes the second. Another thing that you have to bear in mind when it comes to Spain is they have such a commitment to their youth program, their youth teams. And all of these guys, with the majority of them, have played in the youth teams, and now the travel gives it back. No, sorry, the foul. The foul called on Lopez Aristegui, clearing out. His first foul. Mazashvili brings it up. Number 3. Turning and putting it up. Oh, they called a charge on Shermadini. Saying he cleared out. Well, he did. Minute and a half remaining, third quarter, and a foul on the perimeter by Mazashvili. Mazashvili. Young man, just 20. Yeah, you can't hold him like that. Second one not good, and back to a 21-point game. McFadden launches. Bergenazzi picks up the foul. You can see the Zoros is trying to get his players to make sure they're on the same page of the tactics that he's asking. And I guess, you know, he does speak to them in English. Most of them do speak English. His first language obviously would be Greek. And not able to finish. Now here comes Diaz quickly. Brizuela, nope. Final 30 seconds. Here's McFadden. Shot clock winding down. Steps into a 2. And just a little bit of time for Spain. Brizuela gets it to Diaz. Wow, what a play. The fact that they were able to get that shot. What teamwork. It's not as easy as it looks. Three quarters in the books. It's Spain on top, 64-41 over Georgia. So just Spain just not necessarily good from three-point range, but just dominant, getting a lot of good looks down low, a lot more than Georgia. And obviously they've gotten out a lot of points off turnovers, especially earlier in the first half. Jaime Fernandez with 13 points, leading Spain scores. Frangetta has 8 points and 7 rebounds. He's their highest rated player efficiency-wise. When you put it all together, Yankuba Sima also is having a good game, 8.7 rebounds and a steal. He's plus 15. Frangetta's plus 16. Kino Colom has 6 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds in 13 minutes. And Brizuela, 8 points, although he's picked up 4 fouls. Hey, get the World Cup app. FIBA Basketball World Cup Qualifiers app, excuse me, in your smartphone for all the latest news and information, stats, you name it, videos. Well, Jaén proving to be quite an oasis for this Spanish team. They've had it their way all night long, and they just want to seal the deal here with an impressive fourth quarter. Send the fans home happy. Up 23, it's going to take something pretty extraordinary for Georgia if they're going to come back and win. You can't get it all back at once, though. You got to just chip away. Remember, they got it down to 12 points midway through the third quarter. So if they took that approach, to get some execution, get it down to 10, then who knows? Ooh, I don't think he got it across midcourt in time. Berginazzi. See some frustration there. Sima called for the foul, but the frustration with Georgia is they continue to try to run the sets that Zoros wants, but not everybody's on the same page. There he is, Berginazzi. That's where he likes to be. Imagine 6 of 7 against Valencia this season. Let's see who this goes out of. Yeah, that was a 50-50. Could have gone either way. Diaz gets it back to Lopez Aristegui. Dribbles, gets inside, and they're going to count it. Lopez Aristegui does not complete the three-point play. Oh, nice soft shot. Cincharce. Togo Shingeli just wants to see some good play from his teammates. He wants to see them put their best foot out there. He knows they'd do better if he was with them, but nevertheless, three-point shot is good by Lopez Aristegui. 29-43, 69-43, excuse me. And Barginazzi called for the charge. Diaz whips the pass over to Lopez Aristegui. And I think he got it to go. He didn't need the help from Sima. Yankuba Sima. Lopez Aristegui's definitely got some moves, doesn't he? McFadden to the corner. And Cincharce. No, excuse me, that was... That was Bakadze, excuse me. Here's Sima. Well, Sima's going to finish with a nice line tonight. To be honest, it's the best I've ever seen him play. I'm not saying he's played badly in the past, but he has made it look easy tonight. Granted, he's surrounded by some really good players. 10 points and 7 rebounds, though. It's a good night for him. And bounce pass, Shermadini, pump fake. And the basketball goes out of bounds. That was Sima's dunk. Looking to go up, hang on the rim for a little bit of emphasis. Kino Colom and Lopez Aristegui, good teammates. And here is another Valenciano, Jaime Peredia, putting it up in the end, at least a Valencia player. Sima's got 10 points and 8 rebounds. Diaz. And Spain just turning it on right now. So timeout. Let's listen to coach.
Harlem's. Let the fucking game to the end. We cannot lose by 50 points. We cannot lose by 50. Let the fucking game to the end. And don't rush. No, you give up. They score whatever they want. Offense. I repeat, one fucking more time. One fucking more time.
Well, I think you get the picture. Coach Zoros did not want to be heard, and you understood why. So apologies for the colorful language. But clearly does not want to get beat by 50 points tonight. And I think he's challenging his players, saying, hey guys, come on. You're not playing. You can get beat. But if you're not putting in the effort, I don't want to know. McFadden. Well, McFadden got the message. So back to a 30-point deficit. And now the pass goes out of bounds by Pradilla. Oh, just not concentrating, and Powley goes down with a little bit of power. That's what happens when you turn it over cheaply. Spain will go at 100 miles an hour the other way and score. Look at him get up. Can you imagine what the game was like when they didn't dunk? That's when I was growing up. Very young, of course. You couldn't dunk it. Not so these days. Look at Berginazzi. That was a nice finish. And with 4:29 remaining. Zoto still coaching away. Lopez Aristegui and Berginazzi here for Georgia. I think even if Spain turned it on now, they would not win by 50. Georgia with a little bit of a recovery. McFadden, count it. Another three. And now down to a 27-point game. So McFadden's come out and hit a couple of threes since the players got the hairdryer treatment in that timeout from Zoros. Lopez Aristegui. Oh, nice play by Pradilla. That was Valencia to Valencia there. Right idea. So Fakadze and Berginazzi in the end gets in there and gets the 2. Bounce pass batted away. Here comes Georgia. And going up and getting the foul was Jincharadze. So a good hustle from Georgia, trying to hang in there and finish strong.
Dejamos Mefade. Vamos a dar el pase picado cuando hay 2 tíos aquí al corte. Buen corte. Pero atrae esto. Este es el hombre abierto. Fácil. ¿Has visto? Han ido 2. Luego, si queremos, jugamos 51-52, pero con ritmo. Si lo jugamos andando, no sirve para nada. Esto es cortar, venir, corte, la mano, flop y salida. No abusemos del poste bajo insistido. Si no la tenemos, la pasamos fuera, volvemos y si no, incluso vosotros, mano a mano en bote no pasa nada por hacer. ¿Vale? Pero estamos más en 51 y 52. Regular, floppy, chill. Floppy, chill. Venga, vamos.
Venga, va, 1, 2, 3.
So McFadden taking his tally up. He's got 14 points. And Spain definitely do not want to exit being outplayed here over the last few minutes. So hence the timeout. And Jincharadze at the line and makes the first. Jincharadze makes the second. And it's back to 82-57. So 25-point lead. Spain turn it over. Oh, nice steal, attempted steal by Pauli. And here comes Spain again. Lopez Aristegui putting his hands up, getting in the way. Georgia preventing the turnover. Georgia preventing the layup, rather. There's Lopez Aristegui, hands it off. Perez. Lopez Aristegui rims out. Now McFadden again. And McFadden misses. Berginazzi gets it back. Outside it goes. No real three-point threat tonight for Georgia, other than McFadden. And Perez drives in, scores an easy one. Perez did not get in any games for the last qualifiers. Pauli, who's on the ball, did play in 6. He just grabbed the rebound. He played in 6 of the qualifiers last time. wide open drive for Chincharadze. So coming up on the final minute, and it's been a real fiesta here in Jaén. You don't come here for a siesta. Of course, the siesta's usually after lunch. Siesta could last anywhere from power nap, five minutes to 2 hours. But there has been no sleeping here tonight. It's been too noisy. I haven't seen any fans asleep. They've been enjoying it. And Lopez Aristegui makes the free throws to take it back up to a 27-point lead. McFadden, boy, that was going to go in. Looked like it had a chance to, but Spain alertly knocked it away. I'm excited about Georgia hosting the Eurobasket next year. I hope a lot of fans are able to travel down there and see what it's all about. And now the charge by Pradia on Bergenadze, just what he needed here before the end of the game. Of course, Spain is an amazing place. All over, rich in culture, and from the north of Spain to the south down to Cadiz, of course the Mediterranean coast, northwest, Rioja, everything about this country for a tourist standpoint. Got the big cities, the smaller places, and Jaén, in fact. Come down here and see this place. Now the nice spin. Bergenadze, ooh, almost had the backdoor cut and an offensive foul. So let's, yep, that was right. That was the correct call. There's no doubt about it. Bergenadze leaving his calling card. That's his third foul. Got some fans contacting me saying thank you for mentioning Rioja. You're welcome. De nada. And there you go. The three-pointer from Oriol Pali. That's right. Look at the Yankubasima. Who, by the way, Yankubasima, great game tonight. 10 points, 8 rebounds. Yeah, he's got possibilities, I think. If used in the right way, he's got a lot of possibilities. Scariolo's used him well tonight. Bergenadze fouled by Joel Parra. Well, certainly has drawn some laughter over there on the Spanish bench. Not sure if that's what they're laughing at, but there are a few chuckles over on the Spain bench. So at least Iliasaurus' team did not lose by 50 as he suggested they might if they kept playing the way they were. They have come here shorthanded tonight. There's no doubt about that. The reinforcements will come. And he shakes hands with Scariolo, and Scariolo goes out, shakes hands with Shermadini and everybody else. Bergenadze, he's not going anywhere. He's going to stay in this country, just like that big fella. And it's been a good window, really, for Georgia. They got to win out of their 2 games, but Spain have looked very impressive tonight. They looked impressive in their first win over North Macedonia, and my advice to you is don't bet against Spain making it to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Final score, Spain win it 89-61 over Georgia. So Kino Colom holding court once again. And Georgia also meeting at midcourt. And I don't know, you know, it's a 28-point win. You can read into the stats what you want. Just say Spain made twice as many shots inside the arc as Georgia, which is not surprising with that score. Rebounding, assists, and more steals as well for Spain. They did all the heavy lifting in the first half. And even though Georgia were able to get it back to a 12-point game midway through the third quarter, that was it. Spain put on the afterburners and cruised. Lopez Aristegui with 14 points, 13 for Fernandez, 10 for Sima. Shermadini had a game-high 21 in defeat. Berginazzi and McFadden each with 14. But it was hard work tonight for Georgia. I thought they were going to be a little bit closer tonight, but I guess the absence of Shingeli really hurt them. Gosh, these guys don't get a break. Now they're coming out and throwing balls to the fans. And this is what you call connecting. Look at this. They are connecting with the fans and giving them the complete fan experience. You just hope that somebody like Sima doesn't throw it too hard and hit somebody. I think those were softballs. Anyway, here's a look back at the highlights. And the great Shermadini. You know, you bring Shingelia out and you bring Bitadze into this game, into this team. And when they're going to be fully loaded at the Eurobasket, they're going to be a very competitive team that will have designs on, you know, making it to the podium, I think. We shall see. They'll have a lot of time to get ready for that, and these qualifiers are only going to help them. And don't forget, they got one win in these qualifiers, so they beat Ukraine, and that was important for them in the grand scheme of things in these World Cup qualifiers. But tonight, they were on the back foot against Spain, who came out and played fast, precise, and they really got after them from the get-go. And all these Spain players are wanting to prove that they belong on the biggest stage. You wear the Spain jersey, and there's a lot of responsibility that goes with that, because we all know who the most dominant team in Europe has been going back to 2006. I mean, you could go back even further if you wanted, but if you want to start it off with that first win in the FIBA Basketball World Cup, Spain winning the first of 2 titles and winning it again in 2019 and winning, you know, a few FIBA Eurobasket crowns and getting to the podium of other events, including Olympics and what have you. This has been the best team in Europe, so that's not even up for debate. You got other great teams in Europe, don't get me wrong, but this is the national team that has really dominated for the last decade and a half. And now the question is, can they continue to be at that level? And if so, how long will it take for them to get back to that level? Will they get back to that level without the Gasols who have retired, and without Juan Carlos Navarro? And I think that what we've seen tonight is that there is plenty of talent in the Spain program. So I think optimism reigns, and for good reason. So it's been a good night here in Jaén. Spain winning it 89-61. Ukraine also won their game 78-61 over the Republic of North Macedonia. So those are the standings. Spain up at the top. Ukraine and Georgia follow at 1-1, and Republic of North Macedonia at 0-2. Well, it'll be back to the drawing board for Georgia in February when they host North Macedonia on February 24th, and then February 27th they travel to North Macedonia. Spain, meanwhile, will play at home against Ukraine on February 24th, and then they will play again at Ukraine on February 27th.
today against Spain. How tough was the game today?
Yes, first of all,